America as a black man or woman can be very taxing because you're in constant conflict with a lot of different things that you may not understand. For instance, we live in a Greco-Roman culture in this country and all over the world as far as where white rule is the order of the day. So if you're an African person or a person of African descent, you have a different set of traditions, you have a different set of morals, you have a different spiritual system, you have a different demeanor, you have a different personality. But all of these things are unbeknownst to you because you've been indoctrinated into the Greco-Roman way of life. Myself, I've strived most of my life to reconnect with my African personality because the African personality and the European Western personality are different. And I've strived to reconnect with my African history, my African heritage, my African vibe, my African culture, the way I think, the way I talk, the way I react to situations are all rooted in Greco-Roman and white culture. And I can admit that because I've seen it in myself and I've seen it in others as well. I've seen it in people striving to get away from the European culture and the European mindset and the European thinking because there's a difference. And we live here in the country where the whole setup of the country is the Greco-Roman European flavor. So you constantly find yourself at odds with different things, different topics, such as sex or homosexuality, and that's all things that are I won't say homosexuality and sex and all that is just a European thing because you can't say that, but I can say this: whatever we were doing in Africa is different than what the Europeans were doing. Everything we do is different. Everything that the African does, or most things that the African does because of where the African comes from, the magical place Africa, the place where animals and medicine and all these resources come from. It's just a beautiful, magical, mystical place. Your mindset is going to be different if you come from that place. If you come from where the Europeans come from, your mindset is going to be different because of where you come from. So I say that to say that whatever we were doing, we have arguments about if we have homosexuals in Africa. If we did, you can best believe that it was nothing compared to what the European is doing. We don't do things the same. So I'm not sure. Well, my own personal opinion, as I said, I don't believe that we had what they call homosexuals in Africa. I've been to the British Museum, one of the most homosexual countries. I've been to England and Paris. In the museum, I didn't find any evidence of African homosexuality in the art in the museums or anything of that nature. If it was there, I'm sure they would have been more than happy to display it right alongside of their Greco-Roman potteries and sculptures and whatnot. They would have been more than happy to show us that, yeah, y'all was doing it too. So in trying to reconnect with your own Africanness and your own people and your own culture and your own way of doing things, and yet still live in Rome at the same time is really taxing. You know what I'm saying?
let you get away with that. You criticize our method of how we make records. You said it wasn't art, so now we're gonna rip you apart.
Stop, check it out, my man. This is the music of a hip-hop band. Jazz, well you can call it that.
But this jazz retains a new format.
Point, when you misjudged us, speculated, created a fuss.
You've made the same mistake politicians have.
Talking all that jazz. I heard talk is cheap, but like beauty, talk is just skin deep. And when you lie and you talk a lot,
people tell you to step off a lot. You see, you misunderstood. A sample just a tactic, a portion of my method, a tool.
In fact, it's
only of importance when I make it a priority.
And what we samples love by the majority.
But you a minority in terms of thought,
narrow-minded
and poorly taught about hip-hop fame or the silly game to erase my music so no one can use it.
You step on us and we'll step on you.
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
Talking all that jazz. That's when you hide the truth. It's when you talk more jazz than proof. And when you lie and address something you don't know.
It's so whack that it's bound to show.
When you lie about me or the band, we get angry. We're about our pen start writing again. And the things we write are always true, sucker. Let's get a grip, now we talking about you. Seems to me that you have a problem, so we can see what we can do to solve them.
Think rap is a fad? You must be mad. Cause we're so bad, we get respect you never had.
Tell the truth, James Brown was old. Tell Eric and Rock came out with I Got Soul.
Rap brings back old R&B, and if we would not, people could have forgotten.
We want to make this perfectly clear. We're talented and strong and have no fear
of those who choose to judge but lack pizzazz.
Talking all that jazz.
One position, up and down. And then my uncle, boy, don't you ever kiss no pussy. I mean that, whatever you do in life, don't kiss no pussy. I couldn't wait to kiss the pussy. He'd been wrong about everything else. The woman had to beat me off. It's enough, please. 2 days. And dudes, huh? Yeah. You ever meet a woman you wanted to be with for a long time, and you finally get with her, and you come in about 4 seconds, and you be panicked, Jack, trying to be cool. Oh, God. Lord, don't let her know. Just let it stay heavy, if not hard. You're not moving as much as you were. I'm just resting a little. I want you to enjoy this. White folks do things a lot different than niggas. They eat quiet and shit, you be able to be.
Pass the potatoes. Thank you, darling. Could I have a bit of that sauce? How are the kids coming along with their studies? Think we'll be having sex?